Hi ladies and gentlemen, welcome to SA Accounting Academy. Here's a short clip on one of our previous webinars. I hope that you really do enjoy it.
Good day ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the South African Accounting Academy, a warm welcome to the monthly compliance and legislation update for May 2019. My name is Lettie, Janse van Vuuren, and I will be your facilitator for the next 2 hours. Right, I'm hoping that all of you have got a pack of slides in front of you, either electronically or that you've gone to your profile to go and download it. You'll see I've also put it on a PDF format where you've got 3 slides per page with space for notes to write next to it, as well as the 2 slides per page, just to make life a little bit easier for you. Right, if we have a look at the slides quickly, there's the welcome and the logistics slide. So you'll see that the webinar obviously consists of the slideshow presentation mainly, which is what I call my short summary. Then we've got the monthly webinar material, as well as the source documents. Now the webinar material is uploaded to your profile immediately after the webinar, and so are the source documents. On the agenda for today, you'll see under the accounting side, we've got 2 items. Really just, we've got our regular update summary, and then if there are any other items that I want to refer you to, or that I think can serve you from a CPD perspective, I will make sure to include those for you. All right. So then we've got under auditing and other assurance services, we've got 3 items. And these are normally the standards and the things that are issued directly by IRBA relating to audits and other assurance services. So that would include things like independent reviews and your assurance engagements in terms of attorney's trust accounts, ISA E3000 and so forth. Then the next section we've got is company secretarial. We have 4 items there. Normally the CIPC notices together with some companies tribunal cases. And I give you all the case laws and all the case files as well so that you could refer to it. Under employment law this month, we only have 2 items. I actually had to sift through quite a lot of items, and it gets difficult because they are so interesting. But I don't want to spend the bulk of the time just talking about employment law unless it really, really is going to affect either yourself or your employees directly. Right, then other laws and regulations, we're just going to look at the big 5 this month. And from now on, it will be, well, I doubt we can't call it the big 10. We can maybe call it the top 10. But I'll include the big 5, which are the 5 most prevalent small changes, just summaries that we've got. And for this, you'll refer to your material in detail. And then we'll also have other regulations. So you'll have 10 every month, because every month we will be covering the 2 legislation update documents. Okay, which I will then include in your material as well. And under your source docs. Under taxation, no, this is not a typo. It really is only 1 item. And I had to scratch around for that one. Going onto SARS's website, onto the what's new, there was absolutely nothing. Could not find anything. And then I, by some freak of nature, chance or whatever you want to call it, luck shot, I found that there was actually quite an important tax case that was up for appeal, and the verdict was delivered on the 17th of April. So I have included that for you. All right. Then under regulator news, also no typo, yes, 24 items this month. So even though we've got nothing under taxation, we've got all of the regulators. And what was it? It was quarterly newsletter time, guys. So I've included all the newsletters for you. So I will be taking you through each and every one of the newsletters just quickly, showing you what the topics are that they cover. And then if there are any other interesting items, we will go into a little bit more detail on those. Then under general announcements or news releases, we've got 1 item, quite a controversial one, dealing with the fact that some of the tax specialists now interpret it as SARS can actually make you pay for your own audit, where they choose to audit you, and they audit you because you have under-declared your income and there's understatement penalties. They can actually, in terms of the case that we spoke about last month, the Polish Holdings case, the principle that comes from that case is actually applied here and interpreted So it is very important that we look at that one. Right, so let's not waste any further time and get stuck into the material. So let's start with the accounting update, and we'll be looking at the IFRS monthly news summary. Now, also, normally I found this quite easily on the IFRS Foundation website. I normally go there and it's there for me. Now, this month, I don't know if they also had public holidays overseas, but we know that it's been Easter and all of that, so it might be. We've got some religious holidays, but it seems though just that most people were not, operating at optimum efficiency over the past month. So I had to go and scratch around for these 11 items on the websites. So the 3 ones that I've highlighted for you at the top and in yellow are the 3 most important ones. Okay, so you'll see the first one deals with the April IASB podcast that is now available, right? The IASB, International Auditing Standards Board. So the podcast there will talk about the changes, developments and events that have taken place. So the chairman starts with there's a speech on sustainability reporting. And then they talk about the management commentary practice statement. And then the technical lady, Sue, she talks about a summary of the transition report group for IFRS 17 on insurance contracts. So they talk about all the different technical discussions. That's literally what this is all about. Okay. So you're more than welcome to listen to the podcast. I have given you the link to that in your material. So I can just quickly show you what the material looks like. There we go. So you'll have the top one. And there's the link to the April podcast. So you simply click and control. That's the short summary of what it consists of. Then we've got the update that was published for the IASB. And this just basically looks at the amendments to the insurance contracts, these ones, right? The amendments, the research program update, all of those it's basically just summarized for you here. Okay. So this is because they've got the plan that they keep on updating, right? Because the plan is not something that is cast in stone. It's actually done. All right. All the management commentary, all of that is also done. All right. So it's just an extension of that. The next item is the one thing I would go and focus on if I were you. I would venture a guess that most of your clients, like 90% certainly, are on IFRS for SMEs as their financial reporting framework. So this is just the update for the 2019 IFRS for SMEs update. It has been published now. And it's basically what they've included here is the quarterly staff summary of everything. All the information that relates, anything that has to do with IFRS for SMEs is what they've included in here. So the first one that they talk about are the modules that have been completed now. Now the modules that they talk about are the support modules. Now remember, we've got the 35 sections, so there are 35 standalone modules, and they basically follow the same order as the IFRS for SME standard. Okay, so they've got a summary of that. There's a comprehensive review of the 2019 standard, and there's also the translations in there. But what I think is the most important is basically looking at the modules. If you need training on any one of these, you can most certainly go and download this. Each module will cover the requirements, okay? They'll also talk about significant estimates and judgments. They will compare it to the full IFRS standards, okay, looking at the main differences. And then every section will also have a test your knowledge as well as an apply your knowledge by way of case studies together with solutions, because we need to look at not just having the knowledge, but physically being able to apply it. That's what it's all about. That's what problem solving and being an accountant is all about. It's not do you have the knowledge, it's can you actually do the work. All right. So the modules really are very popular. We're getting very good feedback from it worldwide. So you can access the modules. I've given you the hyperlink there. All right. So it's been visited almost 25,000 times. And I promise you I was only there like twice. Okay, I've downloaded everything already. So maybe go and spend your time, go and download it, and off you go. All right. So there's the comprehensive review, looking at where they literally go on the 2009 and then the 2015 standard, going forward with the 2019 review. They're busy with the first phase of the review now. Okay.
I hope that you enjoyed that video. For more of our webinar videos, go to www.accountingacademy.co.za. Thank you and have a lovely day.